Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fijian Investment Trader, known as Fijian Traders. This is Mr. Singh. Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. Not a day for Nvidia. Broke some key levels as the market closed today at $859 today. Absolutely not a day where we're looking for Nvidia. But before talking the technical side, I'm going to cover the fundamentals. As usual, I do cover fundamentals that talk about the good, the bad, the sad, the great, everything which comes on the money that I invested on the company and keep transparent with you guys. So, without further ado, let's talk on the news that came out. Well, the clean energy semiconductors among the interest rate sensitive sectors have hammered on Thursday, which is today afternoon, on the rate cut consensus. It looks like all the systems are go for the market on Thursday after the U.S. Labor Department reported more initial jobs claimed than expected. The data was constructed as a signal that the labor market is cooling down and correlative of the Fed's goal of lowering inflation. All indicates the open of a day higher, with the tech sector and investors such as QQQ leading the way at one point, trading up more than 1% and eyeing for the record close. But before the day was over, various Fed speakers appeared tentative on the notion of cutting the interest rate too early and sending the stocks into a free fall. The price actions, the stock that got hammered the hardest on Thursday, came to primarily from the interest rate sensitive sectors such as semiconductors and clean energy stocks. These companies are more pronounced for sell-offs on a harish of Fed's policy, and they typically are borrowing money to help pay for the growth. When interest rates stays higher for longer, it makes borrowing money more expensive and hurting profits. So we can clearly see that what is going to be having the impact of the interest rate cuts consent. And if the first decides to not to have the interest rate cut or have a pause on it, you're definitely going to see some more movement for the uptrend for Nvidia. And I did mention the video that unless we do get anything on the negative side, we were bound to see a over 1000, close to 1200. But with this negative news coming up, it's kind of it's really negative because of the rate of interest rate inflation was being reduced. So one of the reasons to keep an eye, what was one of the reasons to keep an eye why the Nvidia is pulling back. Suppliers plan major Nvidia supplier plans a major chip facility in Indiana. The Korean-based supplier Chinese Nvidia plans to set up an advanced chip packaging plant worth 3.9 billion in West Indiana. The major investment comes as the Midwest U.S. takes a attract players in the fast-growing on semiconductors. So growth level is there, and we know how Nvidia's plan is to be the alpha, the one of the pronoun company, and they are planning to continue grow at a rapid pace, which helps the investors such as to be more keen to go buy more shares, go invest on money on this company, because the growth is one thing. The company is growing and profitable, where investors feel comfortable investing it, and that is what I look forward for my long-term portfolio. Also, nothing changes on that. Still a strong buy. Your rating of 39 buy, 2 hold, 0 sell. Average, you're looking at average price right now sitting at $983. 1,400 is the target price, whereas the low is $620. Nothing has changed in terms of the target price. I still maintain that 8 by April that was it 1,200. Definitely looks it's a far away of it right now, but with the news coming out about the inflation interest rate cut has made a big impact, especially for Nvidia and clean energy stock. Also wanted to cover kind of attached with Nvidia. Lombard secures a 500 million loan with Nvidia chips as a collector. And one of these company bought a 500 million worth of Nvidia chips as a collector basis to get a loan. This kind of skimming through this article, this has added a lot of the fast L chips with millions of translators and subsequence of shorters, making the graphic processing units of GPUs such as offered by the industry leader Nvidia as a prized possession. So good to see that, having companies doing that. But in terms of the technical side, we gotta cover that, right? We gotta cover what is holding it back, where we at on that. Kind of broke the key level today. $899 was my support level. You can clearly see that acted throughout the day on that, and was kind of broke through on that. On the 5-day pattern, you can clearly see that we've been trading above this $891 level. Now we are below that on those moving average. So I'm going to shift the gear to the 1 month, because we have this is something I want you guys to pay attention really good, because the 200-day EMA, which is sitting at it's $899, so you can say it at $900, and we kind of broke through on that moving average, which a news that came all the way. Right now it is sitting at $863.25. What the pullback happened, we went to then oversold 30, had this kind of recovering back, but the MACD is clearly seeing that we have some more pressure of selling coming. We can clearly see that today's was all selling pressure. It was not a mediocre where you have high on that. We did have a recovery on the little bit high on today, but with half of the day we were just selling on Nvidia. So what were we looking on the key things on Nvidia? Definitely it broke that 200-day EMA, which is $879 today. And we gotta wait and see how Friday and Monday is gonna work out, but definitely on Friday, because I'm gonna do our next video coming up on Sunday. So please don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on the notification if you don't want to miss anything on Nvidia. So last time Nvidia had this pullback all the way back on February, when we went high of 741, we came all the way low of $640, and now I can clearly say that I'm making another V, but not a confirmation yet, because the selling pressure has been a crazy amount right now, and big sell-off has just happened today. So what are we looking at with Nvidia? So we gotta broke the key levels. Now it's gonna be $879. Then the blue one is $897, which is close to $900. Means we gotta break that. If we break that on this level, then it is a confirmation for an uptrend. But $974, you can clearly see that has acted as a massive resistance level time and time. $974, we couldn't break out on that. But definitely got to keep an eye on the interest rate. Has been Fed's talking about have cutting it too early, which was the next meeting was coming on April 30th, and May 1st was the 2 days that Fed's where Jerry Powell's team is going to be talking about it. But something, like I said, very keep an eye. Some people are maybe worried too that, okay, now Nvidia is trading below the 200-day EMA. And why I'm still skeptical and there's a bull on that on Nvidia is the reason that even we have this pullback. The more pullback you're looking at is closer to $828. But if it comes to the $820, that is a beautiful loading zone. Comes over here, and definitely where I'm going to start my next call options absolutely coming on there, because time and time when we came close, we pushed back and making the higher highs. But I don't see it coming all the way to $820. Absolutely don't see it coming in unless we get more negative news on Nvidia or the market, how is reacting on the interest rate. And if the bond yield is high as well, then definitely we can see something pulling back at $820 to $28 level. And if you do, I'm not a final advisor. My plan is to load a call option to go highs of 1200, and that is my plan on that. But definitely got to see how Friday works on it, and by the looks like it, you might see a pullback coming and then making higher highs. But we got to break the $900 level, and that's why I'm going to shift it. It's going to be sitting at $900 level. We got to break that $900 level, then making that. We can clearly see that because of this, my 60-day is sitting at right there, and that is going to be a nasty resistance to break. So folks, here you go. That is all I have for Nvidia. Kind of short video. Like I said, there has some good and bad with Nvidia. Definitely some growing pains right now because of the market reaction, but just have patience, because it is one of the promising and the top 3 stock in the world right now, Nvidia. This is an opportunity where investors should be getting a little lucky at a discounted price, in my books. and that's why I'm excited about loading my call option on that. So definitely got to keep an eye on the two key levels. One more time, it's $828 as a support, and the resistance is going to break at $900. So thank you once again for watching the video, and I hope you guys had a great day in trading. Next video is coming up on Sunday. Thank you.